What's up, YouTube family? I'm back at the drawing table. Welcome to my channel, and for those who've been here before, welcome back. Today we're diving back into these hands, and this video is going to be about how the cylinder is really going to unlock your ability to draw hands. So let's get into it. Okay, today we're going to talk about the relationship between cylinders and hands. So the cylinder is essential. So you want to learn how to draw the cylinder in space, in perspective, right? So let's look at that. First, let's look at this relationship. So with the hands, you got the fingers would be the main cylinder part, right? So the fingers, then you want to think about your connection of the hand to the wrist and the forearm, because that's a cylinder as well. You look at that, that's just a big cylinder. Now, if we look at these fingers, you see that this is just a cylinder. Turn it, just another cylinder in space. And this is another cylinder. There's another one. Look at this. This is a cylinder turned up in space this way. Right? This is a cylinder turned in like that in space a little bit. And then this is another one turned this way. Right? So no matter what hand drawing I put it on next to, it's just cylinders. And then also you got the wrist connector, it's just a cylinder, right? And then this is just a bigger cylinder. So this is how you're going to learn how to build and construct your fingers off of your hands, right? So this really kind of dive a little bit deeper in how to practice doing this. All right, so when you look at this, well, let's take a closer look at the cylinder first, right? So you look at the cylinder, you turn it like this, it's just a rectangle. That's what we have, right? From a head-on view, is a rectangle. But when you start turning it into space, it changes, right? So as you move it from there and turn it up like that, now you got this ellipse happening. And when you turn it, what also happens in the perspective is this opens up and this closes down, right? So if I put this close to the camera like that, see how this top hole is much bigger than this bottom hole, right? Because it's further away from your eye. It's not bigger, it just looks bigger, right? So I got this to kind of illustrate it, right? So if I put this like that close to the camera, you can see we got 4 different circles happening, right? And the first one is the biggest, then the second one is next, the third one is smaller than that, and then the last one is the smallest, right? If I turn this like this, let me see where you can see this. If I I turn it like that, you can see that the first one is the biggest. And you get look all the way down at the bottom one. It's smaller, right? But it's bigger because it's closer to us. So, so that's what's happening here. This is getting farther away. So it's creating the illusion that this cylinder back here is smaller, right? And then you turn it up some more, even more than that. That cylinder starts to almost become more open, closer to a circle. Right? Now the other thing you may notice is as I turn it, this seems to get shorter. So this end looks shorter, just like if you take a cube and you have it like in super deep perspective like that. This side looks shorter because it's turned, but like if you put this line right in the middle, it'll be the same on both sides. All right, so how you can practice this is you can find like some cylinder shape. I picked this little pipe up at Home Depot. And you can just sit and, you know, practice doing it, looking at it, and joining in directions. This would be the easiest because you're just seeing a rectangle, but then you can take it and let's see, do it in space like this. Right, and just keep doing it until you go all the way around in a circle. Now, also, you can practice this like this as well. You can just give yourself a dot for a vanishing point. Give yourself some lines going through. That point. And bring line go out. Draw it. And connect it. You got a cylinder. Bring a line out. And this is where like kind of start to help you get a grasp on moving cylinders in space. You can draw some at more extreme angles closer. Right, so but you just shoot them out, have them go shoot to this vanishing point and come out like that. Now once you get decent at drawing them in a space like this, now you want to start connecting them, right? So now, and this is where the fingers will really come in. You can connect them. Draw this there, and then you draw your other one coming out like this. And then the next one coming out like that. And you look at this, we erase a couple lines here. Right, we got a finger happening. That's what's happening. Now, for some people it may be hard to connect the cylinders like this because it can get a little confusing when you connect it because you're drawing through it. So I want to show you how to kind of think about this a way that would kind of help you. So let's imagine we had a cylinder, right? So we got this cylinder, and then somebody chopped it like that, right? Somebody took a sword and just cut it, right? So what would happen is you get something like this. Think of or the top of like a lipstick. So now you got something like that, right? And if you think about it like that, now you have a space for the next cylinder to connect to it and come off. Right? And so as you think about it like that, it could be a little bit easier to wrap your mind around. So if we look at this, if we drawing fingers, right, we're trying to draw some bent fingers. So the slash is the direction, the slash is in the direction of where the next finger is gonna connect. So instead of having to, say we have this cylinder, instead of having to connect it and draw through it like this, which could confuse some people, we could just, when we know which way we're gonna have the finger going, we can just do that and then bring this off of it and do it on this side and bring it off of it. So it's a little more cleaner. So what's happening is this, if we just do it flat. Hope this wasn't too confusing. Okay, so now when we do this, think about a hand. So we got a hand. I'm gonna draw a little hand set up here. And we'll say we want the finger to come out. So we got this cylinder. And then we just draw this off of it. you have it. There's cylinders as they relate to fingers. Okay, let's look at this in a practical application, right? So first off, let's kind of draw the setup for the hand. All right, we got that set up. The base of the hand. Let's also do this wrist in here, and this is be a cylinder coming off. For the wrist, right? Now we got the fingers. So with the fingers, you're gonna have your cylinders coming out, right? Now what I like to do is kind of figure out where the fingers are gonna come out to make sure I got enough room first. Now, so we got this cylinder. We're gonna bring this one up. Up. And like this. Right now I'm turning it this way because I'm keeping in mind which way the next part of the next section of the finger is gonna go, right? So instead of making it just a straight cylinder, we're doing the lipstick effect or the cut cylinder effect. So now all I have to do is bring it off of here and bring this off of there, right? Now the next part is gonna kind of go down this way, so do it this direction. Right? Same thing for the next one. So bring this one out. This one will be pretty straight, so bring it out. Next finger, next section of the finger. Move down to the next one. And finally the pinky. So, but we're just using these cylinders to build out and construct the hand. this one he's gonna be holding something, so that's why the pinky is pressed up against it. And so the pinky is pressed up against it. So you're holding a glass. Or water or something. And so now we have like the basic construction of the hand, right? And then from this point is when you will go in and, you know, make it look like a nice, fully rendered hand if that's what you're going for. But you want to get this base down for two reasons. It would give you a better understanding of the hand. So whenever you draw it, when you construct it, you're kind of reinforcing yourself to yourself how to construct a hand. And also, and the other reason is, if this part is not right and you go to render it, you might notice that things are off and you got to restart, and you spend a lot less time in this part of the drawing. I hope you guys got some value from this video and how the cylinder can help unlock your ability to draw more dynamic hands. This is really gonna be key in if you want to start constructing hands from your imagination. It's gonna help your observation or drawing of hands, but it's really gonna help your drawing hands from imagination. But if you feel like you got some value from this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. You can leave a comment about if this helped you, if it didn't help you, if it's something else that you want to hear me talk about hands, or something else in general. Leave that comment and it'll help me make more videos tailored to your needs. But other than that, I'm glad to be in your service. And as always, peace.